Rise and Shine Rwanda, it's Wednesday the 7th of February.
Coming up on today's Rise and Shine Rwanda.
The Rwandan government set to improve aviation security.
A business, a charity, and an all-around fun event. We have an insight into the NuBe Bazaar. Good morning, you're watching Rise and Shine Rwanda with me, Irene Kanengwa.
And me, Fidelis Karang. Over the next half an hour, will take you through what's trending in the world of the news, business, as well as lifestyle stories. But first, let's take a look into our news features. The National Commission for the Fight Against Genocide, CNLG, has condemned the recruitment of convicted genocide fugitive Charles Twagira by Hôpital Paul Doumer, a geriatric facility managed by Assistance Publique Hôpitaux de Paris in Le Prairie, France. Twagira, who is a former regional director for health in the current Western Province, was tried and convicted of genocide crimes by the Rwandan courts as one of the genocide planners in the former Kibuye Prefecture, where he used his position to incite the local population to participate in the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. French authorities have an indictment detailing the crimes Twagira stands accused of, and in the statement released on Monday, the Executive Secretary of CNLG, Jean Damascene Bizimana, said that Twagira should be prosecuted or deported to Rwanda, where he was found guilty of genocide crimes and sentenced to life imprisonment. The ruling was passed on September 1, 2009 by the Bwishura Gacaca courts, where he was found responsible for the massacre of the wife and children of his colleague, Dr. Camille Karibgende, a former head of the Kibuye Hospital. He also obstructed medical relief for thousands of Tutsi refugees at Gatkwara Stadium, bordering Kibuye Hospital, among other crimes. Twagira arrived in France in 2006 from the Democratic Republic of Congo via Benin and was briefly arrested in March 2014 in Vire, where he was found a refuge in Calvados. After a complaint filed by the Collectif des Partis Civils pour le Rwanda, an organization that strives to bring to book the genocide suspects living on French soil. He was released on bail by French courts on May 22, 2015, and then placed under judicial control. Rwanda issued an international arrest warrant against him on June 9, 2014, which was not followed by France. Twagira lives freely and has even been recruited since January 10, 2018 by a French public hospital. However, according to the French Penal Code, in Article 138, paragraph 12, a person under judicial control cannot exercise an activity of a professional or social nature, in this case, medicine. The Commission notes that the recruitment of Twagira is a violation by France of its own criminal law and the international obligation to prevent and punish the crimes of genocide. CNLG considers this recruitment as a downplay of the genocide and calls on the French government to suspend this recruitment in accordance with the French criminal law.
And in regional news, Global Association of Writers, PEN International, which has been campaigning against the retention of criminal defamation laws in Africa, is pressuring the governments of Uganda, South Africa, Sierra Leone and Zambia to repeal their laws to expand the democratic space. PEN recently released a report in Kampala detailing how governments stifle the freedom of expression, open debate, political criticism and media reporting using laws that criminalize speech or publications that they consider defamatory. In 2016, Zimbabwe and Kenya declared criminal defamation laws unconstitutional. The report suggests that all states should abolish criminal defamation laws and ensure that adequate safeguards to protect the right to reputation are provided through civil law.
On international news, a Syrian strike has killed dozens in rebel-held eastern Ghouta. At least 41 people have been reported killed in eastern Ghouta near the Syrian capital following heavy airstrikes by Syrian and Russian forces. The latest casualties on Tuesday bring the total number of deaths to 73 in total in the last 24 hours in the rebel-held area near Damascus. A source from the Civil Defense Rescue Unit inside Eastern Ghouta says that dozens of air raids hit several residential neighborhoods and confirmed at least 20 deaths, adding a rocket landed near his home. Images posted by the Turkish news agency Anadolu showed members of the civil defense team trying to rescue people from the wreckage of the attacks in the town of Sabka on Tuesday. Eastern Ghouta has been under government siege since 2013, and there are an estimated 400,000 people living in the area. Officials described the recent air raids as extremely troubling, adding that the attacks make a mockery of the de-escalation zones. They also added that the attacks on Eastern Ghouta involved international crimes of indiscriminate bombardment and deliberate starvation of the civilian population.
Now bring it back to the local news. Government yesterday tabled a bill in the lower house that seeks to establish new regulations governing civil aviation in the country. While presenting the draft law, the Minister of State in charge of transport, Engineer Jean Dodier Uwihanganye, said that the new regulations will improve the way Rwanda investigates aircraft incidents and accidents. He added that the proposed regulations will also enable the national carrier Rwandair to fly with ease to European and American destinations because the new aviation rules are in line with standard requirements of those destinations.
So bringing it back to this report that you just told us about, what can you say are the major contributions that or changes that this new law is going to bring for Rwanda?
Yeah, first of all, I think security is a very, very crucial factor. So this law is about security and the safety, and it's about security, yeah, at the airports. Yeah, so this is one reason I think why actually Rwanda is ranked, the Kigali International Airport is ranked one of the best airports in Africa. Yeah, it's because of some of these key factors. Yeah, so with aviation making this move, I think this is very, very nice, and it's a good move that it is going to actually bring in loads and also developing the airports. Yeah.
And especially at a time where unfortunately we're in an era where terror attacks are very common and it's a regular occurrence. I feel like it's a good step for Rwanda to take to go that extra mile to ensure the safety of the people who go through the airport, the people who work at the airport on a regular basis. I feel like this is going to not only attract more people even into the country because they feel like they can trust the security in the country, but also they can learn from us as well. I know that there's at the moment there's also the Bugesera airport that's under construction. I feel like these are some of the necessary preparations that we need to do to have in place, so that when we have that major international airport ready, we're already trained and already used to these kinds of systems.
And again, I think the Kigali International Airport has really bigger dreams, so they are still bringing on board more and more aircrafts, and so with the accident case, I think this is going to work on it, because I mean we expect such cases of accidents.
Sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes, yes.
Yeah, so I think this is nice. Yeah.
All right, you're watching Rise&Shine Rwanda. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Rise&Shine Rwanda. Have you been wondering what to do with all those clothes, shoes and bags that you do not wear often, are too good to throw away, but yet they're taking up too much precious space in your closet? Well, look no further, because we have the answer for you. Take a look.
So this event is called the NuBe Bazaar. NuBe stands for New Beginnings. It came about because my sister and I recently did spring cleaning, and we just went through our closets. We looked at clothes that we hadn't worn over a few months but that were still in really good condition. So all of our friends just kept coming over and picking up what they wanted, basically. And a bunch of the feedback had been that they would actually buy the product if they had the chance to. So coming up on the new year, we thought, why not collect from our large network of friends and then sell some stuff on their behalf. They get 50%, we get 50%. There's also a charitable option. So if you actually don't want to get any money back from your belongings, you can donate. This month we're donating to Solid Africa, which gives to people in hospitals. They give them clothes, food, everything. So what we're collecting, we're giving to them. And if we have any objects or things for sale that don't move within like 90 days, we also give to a charity.
All right, Irene, I know as girls, especially girls, I'm going to highlight girls because I know we are the ones who have crazy shopping habits. There's always those clothes that you have in your closet that you've bought and never worn, or you've bought and worn once and then you're like, it actually doesn't look as good as I thought it would. What do you normally do with those clothes yourself?
Actually, sometimes you give them out. Just give them out to maybe your friends or family. Yeah, you find someone and give them out. Or there are also donations.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes you gather those things and donate.
Yeah, so this particular initiative, this particular business rather, is I thought it was very interesting because not only can you make money from all those clothes, there's also an aspect of charity. So you know the way normally, yes. So
I thought it was all about selling and maybe, I don't know.
So you can actually sell. So here's how it works, right? you have your old clothes in your closets that you're no longer wearing, right? Or shoes or bags and all these things. What you would do then is you contact the people from the NuBe Bazaar, and they'll get you all your clothes that you're no longer using, and then they will resell these clothes for you.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
So they make 50% of the sales that they get from you. They keep 50% of the sales that they make from your clothes, and they give you 50%. Now, if you do not want your 50%, the other option is there's an aspect of charity where some of the funds will go towards, at that moment we're working with Solid Africa, and this money will be given to Solid Africa so they can either use the clothes that were not sold or the money that was collected from the clothes that were being sold to buy food. As you know, Solid Africa works with most hospitals. I know they work with CHK in particular, and they visit them once a week. And they'll take them food, they'll take them something to drink, they'll take them utilities that they need, sanitary pads, all these other things that most people that are in these hospitals do not have access to, maybe because of their economic status. Exactly. So isn't this just an amazing idea?
Oh
Because
my God, it's so amazing. Actually, you're on ground, I guess. So
yes,
what
I
was
was.
like the turn-up?
The turn-up was good. I like the fact that there was an aspect also of fun. So it wasn't just people coming to shop. It was a family thing, really. There were very many women and men who came with their children, so they can have fun, they can walk around, they can jump on the jumping castle, they can do whatever they want, but at the same time you're feeling like you're giving back to the community, in the sense that you would normally have spent this money on an outfit for yourself and not really, and that you most probably won't even not really put to good use at the end of the day. But if you know your money is going towards a charity, it gives you that extra for power that you need. You feel like I'm doing something good. So I felt like that was what I took from it. And most importantly, this was just the first of its kind. The organizers mentioned to me that they're looking into doing it maybe once every 3 months. It can be a monthly event, depending on how the feedback they get from the people who attend this event goes. And honestly, I feel like if this was like I know people shop maybe on a regular, like three times a year, or four times a year. If you can change up your closet that often, then you can give your clothes that often. You can make this money that often, and you can give to charity that often.
And the other thing, I think the clothes around, we have a limit in our shops.
That's very true.
Yeah, so you go check out our shops and you find similar clothes. So I think with those clothes coming around and they're brought to us, like
it's more options, exactly. Especially now that there's a ban on second-hand clothes. It is I know I struggle with it too. It's very hard to find good clothes that are not
something unique.
Exactly. Because I'll wear a shirt and I'll find you have the same shirt, because
China
all of us
will come out
the China aspect. Exactly. So this is the other thing. That's the other thing that this business, I think, is going to provide for us. It's the variety in options. You're sure that I'll buy something that Irene bought from maybe when she had traveled out of the country and she never really wore, and I'm going to buy it at a good price, one, and two, I'll be the only one who has it. And three, there's a chance that I'm giving back to a charity that's going to help other people who are really struggling in their day-to-day lives.
I also have a feeling, and I think this should be it's like a suggestion. When you look at some people who do weddings,
yes,
you find you have bought your dress, your wedding gown, and it's for one day. You're not going to use this again, and it's so beautiful. You're going to give it out and probably give it out or sell it, which is helpful, and I don't think you'll have to keep it to yourself.
No, and then the other thing is, I was just thinking, apart from that, on the business aspects of things, it's good to see young entrepreneurs just taking the lead in trying to make trying to get into different business ventures, especially with unemployment being at the high rate that it is here in Rwanda. I see businesses like this growing and employing even more people. At least that's what we look forward to, of course. And I talked to the organizers, and they kept on insisting, please encourage people to attend, please encourage people to give as much as they can, because one, if they don't feel like they're doing it for the charity, at least you're making money out of it. So this is actually a good investment even for you. Exactly. It's you give and you take. So can we expect to see a few of your clothes and shoes
Of
and bags.
course,
And the
of
next one?
course. I happened to watch videos. My friends were there and they took videos of some of the products. They were so amazing. You may think they are new shoes, new shirts, new. There's so much. I mean,
that's because, like I
looking
say,
so
most of these
good,
items are clothes, are shoes, are bags, are suitcases that have been used once or twice because, you know, the initial owner did not use them as often, and you know, we all have those clothes. I know I do. I have thousands and thousands of them that I just keep around. I don't really wear because I was. And then that's the other thing. Oh, I have those clothes that we look at and we say, I'm going to lose weight. And I'll fit into this dress. And it's been 5 years.
You're disappointed. I mean,
you haven't fit in it. I think this is the time to accept reality and just, you know, give it in and make money and, you know, donate and do something good. All right, you're watching Rise and Shine Rwanda. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break. Now, don't forget to love to hear your thoughts, comments, and feedback on what we're talking about here on Rise and Shine Rwanda. Tweet us at Rise&Shine Like us on Facebook and send us your ideas for programs. Check out our Rise and Shine Rwanda YouTube page where you can catch all the shows and reports that we do. Find us on Instagram, Rise&Shine We love to see your pictures. Or check out our Rise and Shine Rwanda website.
Well, that's all that we have time for today. We love to hear your feedback and do let us know if you have an idea for the program. You've been watching Rise and Shine Rwanda with me, Irene Kanengwa.
And me, Fidelis Karan. We'll be back here same time, same place next week, so do join us then. But for now, from the both of us and the rest of the Rise and Shine Rwanda team, have a very good day. Goodbye.